Sponsored by the Heavy Machine Gun Boys, the Death to Healy Foundation presents the Cap Ace gameplay. I hope you enjoy. Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Sorry about the cringy intro, but I really felt like it. Anyway, T55 AM1, and this is a rather unusual gameplay, but really worth watching and worth listening to, because today I'm not just trying to combine here some interesting funny scenes, but also a little bit of educational rambling. Now, first of all, T55 AM. Soviet premium tank, and obviously combined with my premium account, this is very effective at grinding some Soviet tanks, and this is what I try to do. And I also try to grind some of the high tier stuff remaining throughout the nations, planes and tanks primarily, and ships are more or less done. So what I'm waiting for is in roughly 2 weeks time, around Halloween, Gaijin is usually making a War Thunder birthday sale. And that means not just do you get massive discounts for premium accounts and specific bundles, but also a 50% discount on the Silverline purchase price of Tech Tree vehicles. Amongst them tanks and planes, obviously, I guess also helicopters, and I hope also for a massive discount for ships. Now, I myself went just through my account recently, and I observed that I have now close to 90 vehicles with a net value of over 45 million Silverlines. And if you think about this, this would result in, if everything would get a 50% Silverline discount, that would save me roughly 22 to 23 million Silverlines. There is no guarantee that Gaijin is doing it, but they have done this, I guess, 2 years ago and also a few years before that. So I'm preparing myself for that. So obviously a premium account and a premium tank helps, but what kind of actions really get you the base value, where then the premium modifiers on top of it really lets it inflate to ridiculous amounts of Silverline and RP? Well, it's capping, killing, and especially winning. So first of all, let's deal with this pesky helicopter. APFSTS round is not enough, so death to helicopters via heavy machine gun. And also the initial cap was really good. So now I look at the minimap and I see, okay, my team is really much present in the north. I hope that we can hold this position for quite a while, and there is no one of my team in the middle, and the B point would just happily bleed our tickets together with the C point, where there are some of my teammates around. It looks crazily dangerous to get on the outer side of the village, town, whatever you want to call it, and not go through the middle. But as much cover as there is in the middle of the town, there are equally amounts of ambushes for the enemy, especially around the cap. And so I go from the other side to come from a more unexpected direction into the cap. One of my teammates seems to go with me, so I need to hurry up to get as much of the cap as possible. Now, how much more is a cap worth in terms of RP and Silverlines than a simple kill on a tank? Roughly 2.5 times the value. And if you just think about it, you get a few caps, you get a few kills. That's quite a lot of activity, of participation, and also directly influencing the chance of your team to win the match. While I don't really like Italy, as it was formerly known, I think it's okay-ish for grinding, and yeah, it has been reworked in the past. So I also wedge myself here up against the stones to minimize the directions an enemy can come from, and I look into the direction where where my teammates are not coming from. So that also further reduces the chances of getting surprised. So one of my teammates just killed an enemy that I was not aware of. the king is still teamwork, and now that was my second cap, and it was in fact a solo cap, surprisingly enough, according to the RP and Civiline. And now I think to myself, well, I need to go to C. The Type 69 has just been killed by a Chieftain Mark V, and I have no idea where he was, where he got shot from, and so I just simply use the engine exhaust smoke system, which is really helpful in just covering a wide area. And again, I moved to the other side, so I would run first head-on into an enemy, and they wouldn't just simply appear out of nowhere behind me. Here then, due to how the map is designed, I choose the inner route to the C point. As you can see, there is a certain pattern in my way. After A and B, it has to be C, because that is a German orderly capping procedure for you right there. If it sounds a bit boring, hey, at least it's effective. So the Chieftain Mark V continues to kill stuff. I'm not quite sure if it's the same player, and I also ask here in chat where is the Chieftain Mark V if my team notices it. And this is then where things go a bit not in our favor. While we still have no foothold on C, B is now without any sort of support, and A gets decapped despite here being 3 of my team members around it. I also have no idea what is holding up my teammates in front of C, but I'm coming from the other direction, so I suspect there is some sort of standoff, and maybe I can influence this in our team's favor. So always communicate with your teammates, always try to see where is your team engaging the enemy tanks, where can you come from a different direction to create an easy crossfire, and yeah, also be aware of your surrounding. And occasionally stop and listen, and also look into the direction where you think it's most likely that an enemy comes from. Also, did you see that movement? Yeah, that was an enemy light tank, so I prepare. That must be a safe kill. And as we can see, that is a Sheridan, and that was not a hull break. And like a pro, I catch the missile. Oh man, yeah, so my heavy machine gun fails to kill him, and at least I get the kill assist. I repair, I'm capping, I'm in somewhat of visual cover. I use again my ESS and my smoke grenades to just be in total visual cover. You know, bushes and double smoke, that should help. I also want to get my crew member back. Also, if you are repairing in a captured cap, that also cuts down the repair time quite significantly, and now I at least am in a state where I can react to an enemy with turret traverse. It is very important to get here back the crew member, because I need to at least have on a normal tank 3 crew members, a driver, a gunner and a loader. So this is very important, because with only 2 crew members the reload is significantly worse than with only 2. It would be preferable if I still have my commander, because that would also give a bonus of a few percentage, but hey, it is what it is. After A, B and C, we go back to B, because we're Russian and we need to rush B, comrade. It's kind of a weird German-Russian mixture, right? So, I haven't seen any of the Chieftain Mark Vs getting killed, so I think it is very important to get them. Now I can see that my team is actually surrounding B. From the south and the north, we have A and C. I hope to be able to participate in the capturing process, because that would be my 4th cap. So on the way I'm killing stuff, and I also try to go around the objectives, because obviously this is not just an attraction point for me in terms of RP and Civiline, but also for the enemy team, because if they don't give a damn about the objective, they will most likely lose the game in time. My team is really good at capping this one though. Sadly missing the kill on the helicopter, but at least it's dead. And the Chieftain has claimed yet another target. So that's just 210 RP, unlike the 1300 RP that I got with a solo cap, but hey, at least I participated. I'm not 100% sure how those modifiers work when it comes to generating the RP and Silverline precisely, but capping is really worth it. And obviously winning the game just gives you a, I guess, 50% bonus on both Silverline and RP. So to win the game is also worth it. If you then throw a boost on top of it, which sadly I have not activated before I started this game, you can really see some tremendous RP and Silverline gains. Again, that was a T-92 American light tank, and I hit the transmission, track and engine with an APFSDS round, and it was not a hull break. And this is some French tank? Yeah, and this is where I then used the T-55 as cover. While I reload, I re-engage the enemy and miss the shot. But they have smoked up, they are in full retreat, and I catch a shell into my fuel tank. And this is where luck strikes, and my team kills the warrior before he can finish me off. I extinguish the fire, reload, and continue my way straight into the fight. This is very risky, but my teammates are coming from various different directions, and I hope for the best here. Again, play as I say and not as I do. Now I get a hull break on the T-92, because why not? Then I heard the M47 shooting, so he's busy reloading, and therefore an easy kill. So where is the Chieftain Mark III and the Mark V? Where are they? Anyway, I'm going into B, and there are not that many tanks left alive, but usually the last enemies appear from the rear or the side of my tank. And so I double smoke up, and then that makes my teammates much more inviting targets, but I still keep an eye open on the minimap. So where are they? Oh, there is some shooting behind me. My team is reacting. There we can see it, and it is a Chieftain, and I only get a critical hit, but he's disabled, and I get the kill assist. Okay, at least I didn't die, and I can now cap the 5th cap, and for a change, that's an allied aircraft. Okay. And with capping this cap, we actually have officially a cap ace. 5 caps, that's awesome. And killing a helicopter, molto bene. Anyway, so what is left now is to charge the remaining enemies. And yeah, my team is really good now at killing them. And again, the CIS-30 claiming at least its 2nd kill, which is just a nice observation. Because da tovarish HEBC around, comrades. And now then you can see me being stupid, but also making up for it. So there is a Falcon. That was a stupid miss, and I wiggled the tank, both the hull and the turret, to not get that many damaging shots on my gun breach. And that is a crew knockout. And with the last APFSDS round, I reload APCBC rounds and go into cover behind this house here. And yeah, the match is already open. Oh, the match is open? The match is over. The building collapses, somebody misses the shots, and I fat-fingered. And sadly, that prevented me from going forward and killing my ace. However, I got a cap ace, and let's just have a look at the results. And that is nice. Without a booster, 128,000 Silverlines and 20,000 RP. What a nice game. Capping is the high risk, high reward gameplay technique in War Thunder, and this is how the high reward looks like. That's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.